あなたを探しに来ました。何をしていたか。まあ、聞くまでもありませんが。
なぜここが。
ジルベール宰相、落ち着いて聞いてください。予知をしました。あなたの婚約者マリアンヌさんは今日亡くなります。
This episode of the Boss Queen, Villainess Queen, this was so good. This episode was so good, and it was gone in the blink of an eye. I always praise anime that can pivot away in a sense from its main character or even like main plot line and be just as engaging, if not more engaging, than the core plot line. And I think the deviation from the core plot line wasn't too far off, as this is still heavily connected in the main core plot line. But there was a strong pivot away in telling us Gil's or Gilbert's, backstory. The other piece of that too is I typically hate when we get flashes in the past or backstory. But Gilbert's is so compelling, and it's unknown. It's compelling and it's unknown, right? Like our main character, Pride, knows bits and pieces because of the game that she played before. She knows that Gil had a sickly wife. She knows, he was trying to pass or enact a law to, kind of funnel out people with abilities, and her bad character used that to gain more power. And his beloved died anyways shortly after the bill was passed. And then she used him and abused him and threw him away. So she knew all of that stuff. But all of the core things, how he met her, how he fell in love, what he's been fighting for, what he's been, pushing for, like all the nuance there, it was so effing good. And when the episode ended and like the song started, or like the doon doon doon, like the melody started, I was like, no, it was so good. And I was a little teary eyed watching it too, because you have this guy, or I guess you could say kid, right? You have this kid who was getting by, making money, but doing it in a crooked kind of way. And he met this girl who just, it happens in real life all the time. You meet some person and they just they change you for the better. Like you want to be better, right? If you make $10 an hour or something, you want to go make 20. If you be selling rocks on the street, you want to start like a business or an empire, and be better for this person. And that's what happened with Gil here. He got off the streets, he got a proper job. He awakened to his ability, and then he used his ability, to better himself and his life. And he was like, I can't see you for a couple of years, but this is what's going to happen, and he just went to work and became the effing chancellor, of the nation, of the empress, basically like the person who guides and stuff. Like he became an important figure enough to go and marry some duke's daughter or whatever, or viscount's daughter or whatever. And he became that of notoriety up from the streets, started from the bottom. Now he's here. So it's like, that was such a really good, compelling story. And, seeing the girl, who's always been sickly, seeing kind of her illness reform and, take over her, and just the despair that he's been put in, right? You can really sympathize with him on, if something happens like that to somebody in your life, you don't care if you become the bad guy or the villain, right? You just care about the result. And I really, again, I empathized with that, and I was like, wow, it's really good. And what's really cool about all of this is Pride now has that empathy, and she knows, like, hey, this dude is doing what he's doing. He's being the way he is because he has this huge force of wanting to find a cure for his wife, find a healer for his wife. And that's what's driving him mad, crazy, and just him being like nonstop about it, willing to do anything and everything. And you can respect that, right? Now, the cool thing is if she's able to find a way to save, I don't know if she has healing abilities herself. I don't know if she's going to call on her sister to do the healing. I don't know what's going to happen there exactly, but if she can find a way to save his wife, she's turned a person who is, she always had to be on guard for the future. She could turn that person into a slave isn't the word, but somebody who will, kind of like devote themselves to her because of what she's able to do for him. And I like how she spun it as, I got a premonition and she's gonna pass away today kind of thing. Yeah, that immediately broke him. But then, it kind of spins it for her as like, I'm looking out for you. Like, I had to come find you. Even so much as revealing kind of like Stale's teleportation ability and stuff, even though he knows about it already, but he might not know on how far it's developed so far yet. So just such cool stuff. A really cool episode, and it was just so fast and so quick. And there's other things that happen, with Stale getting his glasses and Arthur getting knighted, and all that, Tiara, just being Tiara, cute little sister, like all that stuff. Really, really cool. But man, this episode was just so good, so quick, and I freaking love this anime. It's just so good. Like, I felt all emotional after in the good, and good, bad, good, just really good episode, and I really enjoyed it. So anyways, I can't wait to see next episode. The end of the episode says the next episode is called The Insolent Princess and Judgment. So obviously there's going to be some give and take with how Pride handles this situation. So I can't wait to see what happens. But wow, just such a great episode from the Heretical Boss Queen. So anyways, I'm going to see you guys next episode. I can't wait to see your guys' opinions about this one in the comments. See if you guys are as high on it as I am, or, maybe this didn't hit right for you. Let's talk in the comments as always. And I'll see you guys next week, my friends. Peace.